Hello. Say hello to my remote too. Um, Starting a new series. And it all starts within this pretty, pink box, but on the inside it's not so pretty. It's pretty full, as you can tell. I'm trying not to like tip it all out, but in here is my concert history. So we're gonna go, I'm not sure how many parts this is going to be, but today we're going to focus mainly on one band because it is the band I've seen the most, and I've pulled out everything for the most part that is related to the shows and the band, even the shirt, because I figured it'd just be easier rather than just to like continuously pull out everything, like get it off the wall. It was in this year, yada yada yada. So this is what I call the Concert Diaries series. So this is episode 1. Be back in a sec. Okay, so now that I pretty much got everything organized how I want to talk about this, I started recording this and then had to like stop it because I was just confusing myself, and hopefully I don't confuse myself anymore, forget anything else, and if I do, oh well. Okay, so starting off in 2013, I went to Mayhem Fest just to see this particular band, and we're only going to talk about this particular band because there's a lot. Here is my ticket, the little cards they give you, ticket cards. Rob Zombie headlined along with all these other people. I mean, we're not going to get into that because that's not what we're here for. So, one of my wristbands that went with that. I went to Mayhem Fest to see this band. I don't think Asking Alexandria was on this one, was it? I just need to know. Actually, you can see it right there. Motionless in White. So at Mayhem, you get this magazine. As you can see, I am looking through it. You get this magazine, and this is who I was seeing. I was underneath the tree in the back parking lot in the side stage because this is where they played at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, if I recall correctly. It was somewhere after there. I know they played after Huntress and Butcher Babies, so this is I just remember being under the only tree in the back dirt parking lot, hiding in there from the July sun and heat, because it's out in the pavilion where they hold these. It was baking. I was a roasted Jess. But this is who I wanted to see because I was intrigued by the look, and it was all downhill from there. All downhill from there but this is the only band we're going to focus on in this concert series, Concert Diaries series, if you will have you. So again, that's where my first time ever seeing Motionless in White. Doesn't actually say Motionless in White, it just says Mayhem Fest right there. I keep all my stuff in these magazines, and part of the series we're going to go through each bag. I went to what tour, 2015? I don't recall. But there we go. That was 2013. Down here in 2014, because your girl had to dig, I saw Motionless in White. They had just released their next album, I believe, if I'm not correct, or is about to come out. They were on Warped Tour, and this is the VIP that I got. You got this and this, and this was like a digital download, I believe, of the album. Yes, because download the new album, that code no longer works anymore, but you got the album, and once you pay for the VIP, I think it was like $25 for this VIP. But there is my Warped Tour ticket, and my laminate, if you will. I'm getting over a cold, so I sound weird and congested, and scatterbrained. There you go, that's what I was looking for. So that is my 2014 when I saw Motionless in White. And we are going to go continuing on with 2014. I saw them again in December with one of my other favorite bands. They were opening for them on the, I have to pull this out because it's the same album, new album, Reincarnate, just came out, on tour now with him. So as soon as I saw that, your girl ran to the computer, bought tickets, and after that it was a hope and a prayer and how I got there. As Bon Jovi once said, living on a prayer, but a hope and a prayer. Got hope. My husband, my boyfriend at the time, paid for the hotel. I paid for the flights there because we were going to initially drive, and I'm like, your girl can't handle a 9-hour drive. So we flew in December. Here's the ticket. It doesn't say Motionless and White. It just says Him Love Metal Archives Tour. But this was Friday, December 19th, 2014. At the House of Blues in Las Vegas. There's my little wristband thingamabopper. And your girl was at Barricade for this because I was right at the line. And being at Barricade was fun. I was the only girl like losing their mind because I was so excited to see my current favorite band with one of my other favorite bands opening for them. And as you can see, I was able to commandeer this set list with the help of the two girls that were on either side of me, because the security guard was not having it. He was just there all, even though the people that were the stagehands, the roadies, I don't know what you want to call them, they were tearing down the set, tearing down the stage, you know, prepping for him to come on, and they were like trying to hand this to me, and the guy was just like, no. But the girls were like, come on. She was so excited. She was the only one rocking out. Like, you know, she was excited to let her have it. So finally he begrudgingly turned around, got it, and was like, you know, like, couldn't be bothered. But regardless of all of that, I got the set list. And as you can see, this is like the only time they ever performed Mother the Danzig's Mother on this tour was the only time that you ever heard this, I believe. I think I heard it one other time, but I could be wrong. I think they did it on, no, they played another cover song, which we'll get into when I get to that show. But that was 2014 that I saw that tour. So again, 2014, Motionless and White. Let me put these back in there with my thumb and grab a sip because I'm already getting parched. So, that was 2014. We're what, at already 2? I think. Yeah, 2. 3. Yeah, 3. Darn, I already lost count. Hold on, I'm going to do something so that way I know. Like, I can't reach. Just so I can try to keep tally, because honestly, I don't know how many times I've seen them. I just know it's over a dozen. So we are at, I'm keeping a tally off to the side there. Okay, we're at 3. That was 13. Is it 13? I remember. I told you I'm scatterbrained. 13, 1 and 13, 2 and 14. And we are going to shoot over to 2015. So some of this is going to be jumping all over because I have stuff in frames off over here that I made a collage with. But I know for sure in 2014, this is when I met my ghoul friend, Shauna. Motionless and White was on the Summer's Last Stand tour with Slipknot. So, I ended up meeting her in line. We kind of met each other on Instagram, and then we ended up seeing each other in line. We were like, hey. I believe her and her husband were sitting in the lawn, and this is my pit pass for Slipknot for the show. And you'll see like a picture in my collage like when I get to it, but this is the ticket for that show, Summer's Last Stand. Doesn't even say that. It just says Live Nation presents Slipknot. This was Sunday, August 30th, 2015, but they opened for Slipknot on the Summer's Last Stand tour in 2015. So that is 4. I believe we're at 4 just in 2015 alone. So we're going to put that aside and we are going to count. We're going to go to, what's a ghoul to do? Okay, we're going to just count that as 1. So we're at 4. Okay, you're going to help me keep a running tally. I don't have any. I do have him at 16. We're going to skip the rest of 15 and we're going to go to 16. Shauna and I saw them on Warped Tour in 2016, and we did both the meet and greet, and we did the like talk that Chris had did. All you did was like sit underneath a tent behind all the tents where the buses were, and you got to talk to Chris and ask him questions. And I need to talk to Shauna and have her send me the picture because I don't have it. I know she does, but she is adorable because what she did was, it was like we did one huge group photo, and there was this girl trying to get like stand next to Chris in the group photo, and what does she do? And then she's like, "You stand there," and I'm like, "Okay." And then she would just like smile, and I'm like, I didn't ask Chris any questions, but I know she did, I believe. And then we saw them and we did the meet and greet, and that meet and greet I believe was like $25 again. Meet and greets on Warped Tour were like under 30. This is one of the few things I got signed. Again, we're going to be jumping all over the place because, like I said, I have some of this stuff framed as a collage, so they're going to have different ears on them. But, you know, I had printed this out so that way when we did the meet and greet, we could have them sign it. So it's signed, and okay, I have the one member covered up, so we're good. So that's a tally. We're at what? 5? Okay, 5. That is it for what I have right there. So again, this is totally random, and we're not going to go in order, kind of, sort of, no. So again, this is how I met my girlfriend Shauna. So this collage is like some of my tickets and some of the other times you have seen him, because after I had met her in line at Slipknot, we were crazy and we decided to, like, I had literally met this girl in August, September, October, November. 4 months later, her and I were driving with my husband, my boyfriend at the time, to Mesa, Arizona to see Motionless in White. I barely knew her, but she was like, we should go to Mesa, Arizona. Bought the tickets, you know, she chipped in for gas and the hotel, because we all just got one room because we were just spending the night and coming back the next day. So this is our collage. So let me get my paper and my marker that I just threw on the floor now because I can't, because I'm a doofus. I put it right there, I'm a dummy. So as you can see here, this was the Beyond the Barricade tour in 2015. So I saw them 3 times in 2015 because they did this on March 18th, 2015. So we're at show number 6 now. Let me mark that down. So I saw this before I even saw them on Warped Tour in the summer, and before I saw them during the fall. So I did VIP at this show. Do I have the picture here? Thank God, because I decided to bleach my hair and it was falling out. And I had to go back the next day because my stylist couldn't take me in that day. I think the VIP for this was $50. It was super cheap. But I had to go with like blonde streaks in my hair, and I looked absolutely ridiculous. I wanted to cry because I'm like, I don't want Chris to see me like this, but I had no choice. I was not gonna mess with my hair mess it up anymore. But anyway, that's beside the point. There is my VIP pass for this tour, and there's a picture I took from the barricade of Chris. Here is another little, you got this little also VIP dog tag, and I am going to show you the poster that I have for that tour, if I can, without knocking anything over, because I'm such a... Okay, if you look up there, that is my TV, and on the other side of the TV is my Beyond the Barricade poster for that tour, and it has the date. You can't see it from there. Sorry, I am not taking it down because that thing is hard to put up. But it has March 18th, Wednesday, March 18th. It matches the VIP pass, the picture. I will say, they don't do VIP anymore like they do like this, because when I did it in 2015, because we did it again when we went to Mesa. I'm going to continue that story in a second, but this was in the corner, so I got it. Like I told you, this is going to be kind of all over the place, because this is all over the place, sort of like I am, because I'm not feeling well, and I'm trying to get through this as coherently as possible. But what they did was you got, of course, you got your meet and greet, your individual photo, a signed, where is it? A signed, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, it's right here. A signed alternative press magazine. So you got that. You got, of course, the laminate, your photo. You got to sit and have a Q&A session with the whole band. I will tell you the one question I raised my hand and I asked Chris if they would ever consider playing Wasp live, and he said it's possible, because he was like, he asked what my favorite song off the album was, and I said Wasp, which is why I was asking that question. So yeah. And then this picture, I think I'm standing in between, I don't know where I'm standing, because I was just like, I don't want to stand next to Chris with my neck jacked up here. That's all I remember. We already talked about that, didn't we? What year was that? Crap. Oh, we'll talk to that in a second. We'll just finish this. So you guys should have a Q&A with the band, as I was saying, because I got distracted by this photo. So you had a Q&A with the band, and you losing my train of thought. I swear I'm gonna get underailed in a minute. You had a Q&A with the band. You got to hear sound check. They lined you back up outside in line. They let you in first. So I was, of course, at the barricade, hence why I was able to capture that picture. And then we're gonna go to this picture. This is where I'm really weird. They really were busy this year, apparently. Your girl lost her train of thought yet again. Why did I decide to do this? Anyway, this is me at the pit for the Summer's Last Stand tour, and there's my picture of Chris. I took a bunch of pictures, not all of Chris, but I have a whole like band shot, but there's a reason why it's not printed, because it has the one member that's in this photograph, unfortunately. But this is what I was talking about when me and Shauna drove. We're gonna just do it like this. It was at Club Red, and there's my bracelet. There's my ticket, and this is me and her. It's pardon the glare. And of course, she knows. My ghoul knows. She's like, I'm gonna stand here, and you stand there. And I'm like, okay. So there we are. I'm goofy. I think she looks adorable. But oh my god, I forgot the story. I'm gonna have to digress from this in a second. So that is us. You know, I had just met her right before summer, right? Like, seriously, 3, 4, August, September, October, November, 4 months. And then we just decided, you know, I barely know you. Let's drive to Mesa, Arizona. There. And before I go any further, I'll be right back. Okay, I found what I was looking for, so let's go back for a second here. I completely forgot about this. So, we're gonna go back to that picture frame in a minute, but I don't want to forget this. So, during this tour, back in 2014 that I was just talking about, I forgot, and I don't know how I forgot, this is all of us waiting in line for the show. You see, there's myself, my now husband, my girlfriend Donna, and Mr. T, Tony, her husband. Well, we're waiting for the show to start. We're doing some shopping, and then all of a sudden, I'm walking down the lobby of the Pyramid Hotel in Vegas. What the heck is it called? The Luxor. I'm walking down the lobby of the Luxor, and I'm like, Chris? To this day, my husband makes fun of me. Without any, like, you know, paid meet and greet, you know, like, he is really nice. He's really sweet. We talked to him, we said a few words, and I got to get a picture, but before he let me take the picture, he had to put his sunglasses on because these were not on yet, his eyebrows, which is exactly what he said. He's like, I don't have my eyebrows on, let me put these shades on. And that is me and Chris in the lobby of the Luxor when I landed that day to see them opening for him. So that is my Vegas story right there. It's such a horrible, it's so, like, don't mind. See, at least my hair wasn't looking stupid. It was all one color, so I have redeemed myself. But yeah, see, I'm still wearing the same dress. So yeah, that's me and Chris in the lobby in 2014. I forgot all about that, and I'm ashamed that I did. Okay, back to this. So again, we left off here. Story with this is we got there. It might have been November, but it was hot as hell because we ate lunch, and we, as you see, we did VIP. This is our, what you see me and Shauna holding in that picture, if you can kind of tell. This is our glow in the dark VIP autograph poster, Apollo X tour, which was the fall tour that they were doing. They really toured in 2015. They really did. They don't tour like that anymore. For this, again, we got to have, I don't recall a Q&A session for this one, but I do know we got our individual picture. Me and her decided to do a picture together, which I did not mind at all because I was nervous as hell. And again, stand next to Chris. And I'm like, okay. So this is my autograph picture. This hangs in my bedroom in there, of this. But for some reason, the heat got to me from standing outside. It was like 80 some degrees in November, and I got super sick. I had to leave my spot at the barricade and go hurl up my subway. It was not a pretty picture. But I made it back. My girl got me back and got my spot back at the barricade, and you know, we're like that. We got each other's back like that at barricade. Although Devil Wears Prada almost made us leave because it was too much. So this is my tour shirt from that day. See, I got this. This is a shirt that I had my mom customize for me, as you can see. She cut it up. She cut the front, she cut the back, and I have this really cool, one-of-a-kind shirt. Sorry if this is too long, but there's stories, you know. This is why it's called the Concert Diaries. So here we go. Mesa, Arizona. There it is. That's where me and her went. after we had just known each other for a few months. This was again Friday, November 13th. What a great day to see them. And then I don't have it on here, and I wish I did print it out, but we saw them. I think I have it right here. Again, I tried to have these all. I've already lost count, so if you're keeping count, thank you. If not, that's okay. Okay, look, there's a picture. That's me and her at Barricade. As you can see, this picture right here, there's Ricky and there's Chris, because we were at Barricade. There's proof. I got proof we were at Barricade for the Mesa, Arizona show. So again, what is this? What does this say? Okay. We did that, and then we did at that show I also got this matching Motionless and White Pumpkin pin. And the reason why I show this is because this is all I have of the picture her and I took together at Warped Tour when we saw them in 2016. Yeah, is it 16? 6. I thought I couldn't find any tickets from 2016 Warped Tour, but I did. It's got to be in here somewhere. No, I don't, which is weird. I can't find anything from this Warped Tour that her and I went to, and I don't understand why, which is rather odd because I try to save everything, but I guess I was lazy that year. I don't know. But I know for a fact we did VIP because why do I have two 2016s? Oh, that's 2012. I'm a doofus. I don't know how to read. Okay, again, in here would have been the Warped Tour ticket, but the reason why this is in here is because this is what I brought to have signed in 2016, but my husband, or my now husband, got this signed for me because VIP was, again, like 25 bucks. So me and her did it, and I was going to have that signed, and we were waiting in line. I don't know. I just, was it that? It was that year that we did, that I was talking about, where her and I did the talk with Chris. We did do VIP, and I'm pretty sure I talked about that, and if I don't, I'm going to just touch on it really quick. Again, because like I said, we're going all over the place here. We are going all over the place here. We were waiting in line. Her and I were first. They gave us these like little tickets that you just get like randomly, like if you're at like a local fair, and you gave them all. You just had to ask for them, and they gave them to you. Like you just really didn't have to. I think they really just want you to buy a poster, but you didn't really have to because they were just going to sign it at their tent. I don't know. It was weird. You just couldn't take pictures, hug, or shake their hand, or nothing. I had that little picture I just showed you, or I previously showed you. Again, I'm all over the place. Story time. I told you I was going to be all over the place. And then up walks my husband with this. He was like, have them sign this, which is why it's bigger than the little one I just showed you, because he was like, I think this was like 10 bucks. And you had them sign this or anything you wanted. So my husband bought me this, and he had them sign that little one for me. So I have this signed that he bought for me. It was really cute. He was like, here you go, have them sign this for you. And I'm like, really? So I got that signed. So we did do VIP then, me and Shauna. Yeah, I think. I don't know. I'm so lost after I hit the pause button, but again, here we go. That was, we talked about the Arizona show. I've lost count. My stories are all over the place, and they're going to continue to be all over the place because we're almost done. So the next show her and I went to would be this one, Motionless and White, the Graveyard Shift Tour. This was February 24th, 2018. I almost didn't make this show because your girl had the flu, and I was sick for days. Sick. I was like, I'm not gonna make it. I was stressed the hell out. But there's our ticket. I did end up going. I lost my voice that night because I was as hoarse as I am now and screaming and singing along at the top of my lungs because, as Shauna and I like to say, the squawker was right next to us. I went deaf in this year because she squawked every single song and I just kept looking at her like, bruh, please. Like, my ears hurt because I'm sick. But here is the poster. This was gifted to me by a co-worker of mine at the time. I called out sick. I was out sick the whole week, even though I went to this concert. I did not give to anything because I was feeling as good as I did now. I was going. If I gave anybody my cooties that night, sorry, not sorry. But again, as you can see, February 24th, this one they had Every Time I Die and Ice Nine Kills. This is the second time they've had Ice Nine Kills open for them because Ice Nine Kills opened for them. Dang, what was that year? 15? Because this is 18. Anyway, the second time Ink has opened for them, so they have that. I did not buy any merch. I had this customized drawing done for me by a local artist, so I picked this picture. As you can tell, it matches the poster. He drew this for me, so they just didn't have any shirts I liked, so I got this. But a friend of mine at one of these shows actually gifted me some of her shirts that she didn't want anymore, and this is a shirt I picked up at this Warped Tour because this is the last time that they had a keyboard player. So this is why I'm wearing this shirt, because I bought it at this show. Oy. And then here we go. I don't have, or do I? Just need to know where to put it. So we have the last couple of times her and I saw Motionless in White, because ever since we met at the gates when they were opening for Slipknot, her and I have gone to every single show together. Me and her. Like two ghoul friends in a graveyard. We have gone. I can't remember that off the top of my head. Two ghoul friends in a graveyard. That was cute. Chris was sick at this show, so they had to cut it short, but this is me and her. She has the tickets for these because they were digital. This is after COVID when all tickets became digital, which sucks. This was the Trinity of Terror tour with, again, Ice Nine Kills, Black Veil Brides, Atreyu, and of course Motionless in White. In that, there's Chris looking, I like to think he was looking dead at me at that picture because we were like second from the barricade. I told you, the ghouls are always at the barricade. Like I said, I don't have a picture ticket, just the photograph of me and her there behind, in front of the backdrop, and then this picture. And then I usually try to print pictures if I can, but where did it go? Oh, it is right there. So, yeah. We were supposed to see them last year, but that show got canceled because Chris got sick and canceled just our show. So they made it up again. They made it up this year at the end of April. They came with Mike Stead, Kim Dracula, In This Moment, and there is, see if I can try to, that's the ticket stub. There we go. Ticket stub. That was April 30th of this year. So that was the last time we saw him. We did not do VIP this time, even though we wanted to. Because, again, as I've tried to remember some of the prices for doing VIP, they go from like $20 at Warped Tour, $50 to $60 on a headlining tour, and now they're like $100. So sometimes it's hard to justify the $100 price point after you pay $100 for a ticket. So if you manage to keep count of how many times I've seen Motionless in White with Shauna or solo or whatever, please please let me know, because I was all over the place on that, and I've probably forgotten some. But anyway, thanks for watching my first concert diary hot mess. Bye.